All right, thanks for your time, everybody. Nearly ready for our press conference post-Armour All Top 10 shootout here at the Supercheap Auto Bathurst 1000. Cam will have some commitments shortly on the news channels live up top. So we're going to start with him, and if we need to clear him at any point, we can do so. Congratulations, first of all, mate. That was an awesome lap. We talked quickly afterwards about the commitment that Tickford has made. I just want to dig a little deeper on that. The 103 days that the team has been away, does it feel like that the vibe in the team is the closest that they've ever been right now, or is everyone just so tired and frazzled at the moment?
I guess everyone is tired, but this whole period's probably really brought us all together, and it's probably the best we've been working together ever. So, through that whole period, it could have gone two ways. Everyone could have hated each other, or, it's brought us all closer. So, very good for that to happen. And I think that's, helped Tickford move forward as a team and, get a little bit more pace out of these cars. So, it's awesome for all the guys with all the effort they've been putting in, and even all the guys back at the workshop that's been working hard from home in Melbourne.
Performance-wise, a few rounds ago, when it was the 17 that was picking up most of the pole awards, did you think a top 10 shootout win here at Bathurst would be possible?
I didn't really think about it, to be honest. As a team, we just focus on what we need to do to make the cars go quicker, and if the balance is right and we can get it all together, we think we can challenge the 17 car. And today, everything lined up for us, and I got everything out of the car, and we got it. So awesome to finally get that pole.
Do you believe the race pace is just as good as the qualifying pace?
It's hard to say because everyone's doing different things at different times of the day with practice. Practice sessions change from start to finish, so I think our car's okay, and obviously Will's comfortable in the car as well. So I think we're in a pretty good spot. Obviously, it's fast over one lap. Hopefully, it's as fast in a race.
Okay, Will, from your point of view, how was the heart feeling for those exhilarating 123 seconds when you're watching Cam go around?
Oh, it's just like a little race fan sitting there watching. I mean, what can I do sitting there? It's, we've obviously had a very quick car the last few days. Cam's driving well, and I know the feeling. It's an awesome moment doing that lap out there. So just wanted him to do a good job. I know he was nervy, and, he was pumped. So it's good to get it out of the way. To be honest, we are very focused on tomorrow. And I was just excited to see what he could pull out, and it was damn impressive at the end of the day. Just full, congratulations to Cam. It's all about him at the moment, and hope he just enjoys that one.
Downstairs, you said that you'll do whatever the team says when it comes to tomorrow and regarding starting that race. You're willing and able. Should you get the tap on the shoulder?
Yeah. I mean, we'll go through it all tonight. We're going to wait and see where the car's sitting, and weather's going to play a big part tomorrow. There's going to be fair bit to go down. So, I've done a few starts in my day, but of course we're nervous, but everyone is, it's a big day tomorrow. It's a big prize in our sport, and that's what it's all about, and I'm rapt to be here.
Well done. I'll go over to Scott next. Second today, but you did just pick up the cheque from Armour All for the overall pole award for the season. So qualifying form, how do you look back at 2020?
Oh, it's been awesome. We've got poles on a lot of different tracks, and really proud of the team. A lot of consistency through the year. I wasn't too happy with my car this morning. I was really battling, and we had a massive swing at it for the shootout, and the car felt really good then. So we were 4/10 off, but I think it was a stellar job from Cam. Good changes for our car to feel comfortable down the hill now where I wasn't before, and I'm feeling really good for hopefully tomorrow we'll have a good run like everyone around us.
So those changes that you made for that session, would they then carry on into the race setup as well? That's pretty unusual.
No, not fully, but it's a philosophy that we can probably carry over into the race setup. So it's an idea, and hopefully it carries over in a positive way.
Okay, Chaz, cool lap, really cool lap to watch. You said it was a lot of fun. From where you were, was that just a really enjoyable top 10 shootout to be a part of?
Yeah, it was. I think yesterday qualifying was quite hard for us to try and actually get in the 10 in the first place. And today's practice session, I think we've really built our qualifying one lap pace a little bit better. So it's been, for me, the whole weekend has been really enjoyable at the moment. The guys have probably changed more things in the setup this weekend than we have all year, and we've just been trying to chase the car. And to be honest, it's just so rewarding for those guys how much effort they've put in to keep moving forward. So yeah, look, absolutely pumped to be on the second row of the grid, to move from 8th coming into that to move to 3rd. It's awesome. So yeah, probably just take the moment as well just to echo what Cam said about our whole crew back at home, been pushing hard all year. It's not very often we get on the presser this year that much. So just want to say a big shout out to all the guys and girls back home, doing it tough and putting all the hard work in for this year. So we're pretty keen to go tomorrow.
Well done. Adjustability in the setup for tomorrow. We don't really know what we're going to get. Probably going to be wet at some point. How have you guys handled that in terms of finding a race setup?
Yeah, it's pretty easy for us. And me and Luffy, we probably stopped by, I did actually on Thursday stop by the post office and get some stamps. So tomorrow morning we'll lick them up and just stick them on and send it. So yeah, we're pretty keen.
I like it. I'll give you some envelopes. Let's open her up to the journos in the room. If we can direct some questions at Cam to start with, please.
Yeah, so Cam, last year, obviously you were starting from the second row of the grid, even though the history books will show that you started from second. So what does it mean tomorrow, knowing that car 6 will be possibly leading into turn 1 or have that ability?
Yeah, it's obviously going to be pretty special seeing car 6 starting on pole. Yeah, it obviously sets up your race quite well, and don't know who's going to start the thing yet, but we've put in a lot of work to get to this point so far in the weekend. So, it's a little tick, but, all the hard work's tomorrow.
And with that lap, especially when you almost had the incident into the dipper, did you think that maybe you'd thrown it away at that stage?
I did that on purpose, man. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Cam, if it does rain tomorrow, how important does that warm-up session tomorrow morning become?
Well, if it's raining in the warm-up session, I guess it'll help us get a bit of an idea what the car is like. Traditionally at Tickford, we don't really change it too much going into, a wet session. So yeah, hopefully the car's good in the wet if it rains. If not, then it's going to be a long old day. But I think it'll be okay. And obviously, Will's driven these cars as well, so he knows what to expect if it does rain. So yeah, that'll probably help us a little bit also.
Do you take the wet weather into account when it comes to deciding who does start the race?
I don't know, it's probably a question for the engineers. We'll just do what we're told. Yeah, probably do that. Rock, paper, scissors.
Luffy, as the most experienced co-driver here, what's this weekend's program been like for co-drivers and your experience of it?
I think obviously it's been a very different kind of year because we've had no test days other than the pre-season test at the start of the year, no Friday practice sessions. But with the extra co-driver miles that we've been able to get this weekend, I think everyone's had more than enough time to be able to sort of get up to speed, and I think that shows from the speed through the co-driver practice sessions. Everyone's been able to get up to speed pretty quickly. So it's yeah, we now obviously focus on the race, and our job is to do the best job we can to keep these guys at the front and let them battle it out at the end.
Scotty and Tim, how are you guys feeling about the prospect of a wet race today and the challenges that'll bring? Tim, I gather you haven't driven this car at all in the wet.
No. Yeah, I think, I don't think it'll throw any surprises. Scotty was on pole here, qualifying in the wet last year, from memory, I think. So, yeah, the thing's obviously pretty good. It's got the grip there, so... yeah, it's just normal race car driver stuff. It's got grip. You'll extract the most out of it. So I don't think it'll be too much of an issue. I guess it could have a bearing on who starts the race. But yeah, that's about it, I think.
Was a wet starts. You're pretty good at those.
Yeah, a few years ago it was wet and we sort of had a fair old crack at the start of the race. We sort of, I think we were back in 19th or 20th or something, and But again, like to be fast here in the wet, you need a good car, and you need to be able to have confidence in your car. There's 25 cars out there with all drivers that are capable of doing a good job if they've got the car under them, and especially in the wet around here, you need confidence in your car. You need to be able to have grip, and if you've got those things, then you can obviously do something with it. So we're pretty confident that if it does, or probably when it rains tomorrow, that we'll have a strong package. So head down and keep pressing on.
Chaz, you've been a bit of a demon in the wet as well in the past, and the bloke beside you's done pretty well too. What are your hopes and chances for the 25 car tomorrow if it rains?
Oh, no, mate. At the moment, I'm wearing duck socks that my missus gave me before I left home. So weather predictions were saying it was going to rain, so she bought me duck socks. So we'll just put them on before the race and see how we go. I don't know what else we can really answer for you. You got the big questions today. It's only Saturday. Yeah, hopefully.
Warren, you've been on the podium plenty of times,
Chat.
yeah? Wazza.
Yes.
Been on the podium plenty of times, yet to get that top step, obviously. Would a podium tomorrow, would that be happiness or agony for you tomorrow?
Look, I've said it so many times. Whenever you're standing on the podium Sunday afternoon here and you're spraying champagne, it's never been a bad day. Clearly, obviously, it would be a massive sort of boost for us and the team and our fans and sponsors to be able to sort of take that top step. But obviously, there's plenty of other teams and drivers that are out here with the sort of same goal. So look, we've ticked all the boxes in terms of what we've been doing so far. We know we've got a fast car. Chaz did a great job in the shootout. Obviously, we're starting close to the front. So everything's sort of pointing in the right direction, but there's 161 laps and a whole bunch of other cars and drivers and teams that would love to sort of be ahead of us at the end of the day. So we've just got to sort of press on, push hard, and certainly if we can be here this time tomorrow afternoon having the same chat, I think we'll have had a good day.
Chaz, got to be some brake rotor changes and brake componentry changes. We've seen a few cars up and down pit lanes suffer with air bubbles and weird things like that. Is there any danger of having some brake line issues tomorrow when you make those changes, getting that brake pressure back up?
There's always chances of that stuff, for sure. It's been a pretty tough weekend for all competitors on the brake situation. I mean, practice was pretty upsetting not having great brakes on the car. So, yeah, look, it is what it is. You need brakes around this racetrack. If you come to the 12-hour, you're doing brakes as well. It's just that character thing of this track where you got such big stops. You're generally tucked up behind other cars as well. It's a big day on them. So, it's a part to change them to be competitive.
Are you saying we need more brakes? I know it's a cost-saving thing, but would you like some more brake rotors throughout the weekend to have a play with?
I'd love more brakes, more tyres and more downforce if you've got that as well.
More power?
More power. Whatever else you got to give us, we'll have it.
All right, final questions coming off WhatsApp. It's via Bruce Newton for Cam. You've sort of answered this one, but I'll throw it at a different angle for you here, mate. Considering it's his first pole at Bathurst, would Cam like to start the race? So never mind what the team are going to tell you. Do you want to start the race from pole since you've gone and earned it?
No, it doesn't really bother me if I start the race or not. It doesn't really bother me one bit.
Okay, as long as you're there at the end, that's what matters. Okay, any last questions? Going to send Cam off to his news interviews. Going once, twice, 3 times. Thank you, guys. We'll see you back here tomorrow, hopefully.